Is it still monetized? Yeah, it's still monetized? Okay. In the first 7 seconds, YouTube allows swearing. Got it. So following their guidelines as intended. No one was there for anyone who's watching me talk. I'm talking to no one. It's for a gag. To pretend I'm talking to someone like it's a studio as a part of a episode of a show. Get it? Get the joke? Got it? So nobody gets it. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Bungie, or as I like to call them nowadays, Bungie cording myself into the abyss with the bungee cord hung around my neck. Just bungee cording all the way with the stool kicked over all the way down. And we're just hung from there. Bungie's playing Hangman nowadays, except the only one who's hanging them is Sony in this instance. Or I guess it would be Bungie themselves, seeing as they got themselves into this mess. I like to think of them as the Three Stooges. Anybody know about that show? It's not a thing from my generation. It was a thing from previous generations before mine. But I think it really describes Bungie really fucking well at this point. And I just really want to talk about them because I'm just in the mood to finally talk about Bungie. I could have talked about them a little earlier this year, a month ago, something like that, when things were going on with Marathon. But I decided, let me just wait. Let me have the saying patience as a virtue apply in this instance, and we'll just go from there. And then we saw what happened from there. And, well, all I can say is Bungie stopped being good after Halo Reach, and Destiny 1 sucked. I'm just going to say the thing that people denied to say with the first game, but finally admitted with the second game after they lost their patience. Everyone figured with the first game, okay, this game isn't really all that great, but it's addictive enough, and I have strong enough buyer's remorse to want to play it, so, you know, I'll keep going with it. Oh, the sequel is everything about the first game, but worse? Wow. Oh, okay, we're just not going to try this time. Because I remember when Destiny 2 came out and all the complaints about it, and just seeing people in the community wanting Destiny 2 to go back to how good Destiny 1 was, and I'm just thinking, so everything you don't like about the second game, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, these are the reasons why I didn't enjoy the first game. Which, I mean, hey, there are people who enjoyed Destiny 1 somehow, and I mean, hey, that's fine. You know, that addictive gambling feeling of things, just, you know, that dopamine rush of just playing the same fucking story mission over and over and over again was a great time because of all the really cool loot. And then this really cancerous sort of way about making games started infecting other games, because when something's influential enough, why be original when we can just copy what the big dogs are doing? And at this point, Bungie was very much still kind of respected. Although I would beg to differ, I really think their soul died with Reach. I think they really reached for the stars and came back with nothing. And after Halo Reach, it was just downhill from there. Which I know Bungie had already gone through plenty of changes when it came to their studio as a whole, from the earliest days to the latest of ones. I understand that, but a lot of that Bungie magic was very much still there, at least up till Reach. After Reach, there was just nothing left, period. The moment they sold their souls to the devil known as Activision is the moment that they just went down the shitter completely, as far as I'm concerned. That corporate influence started harming them even more, which, you know, the fact that they talked so much back in the day about finally being an independent studio, we want to get away from Microsoft, and they can put 343 in our position, which, to those of you who thinks to this day that Bungie should be making Halo over 343, or now Halo Studios, tell me, do you still feel that way? I'm just curious. I mean, look, Halo's had enough issues. I don't think plagiarism is another one we need to add to the list. So maybe it's a good thing Bungie isn't making Halo nowadays, because, you know, in the case of a game like Infinite, you compare it to Marathon, and look, at least Infinite ended up releasing, whereas Marathon looks like it just won't. So, I mean, that's just how I see it. I just feel like Halo's in the best timeline it could be, all circumstances considered. Not to say that's a high bar, I'm just saying the reality of the situation here. But after reaching for their independence, they just proceeded to get bought out and baby oiled by Activision, and Diddy was there helping lube them all up. J.D. Vance was also there. You know, he was in the new South Park episode lubing up Satan, so I don't see why he wouldn't be here as well. And then from there, that's when they proceeded to all start fingering Bungie's anus, all of them together, everyone I just mentioned, and started tugging on the dick They started doing some dick rubbing together, and then from there, they just all started having this big orgy, and that's what led to Destiny 1 and 2 being created. And so many of the OG developers and heads of Bungie just ended up getting the boot, and Marty O'Donnell sued them and ended up winning the lawsuit. So that was pretty epic when that happened. That was an epic gamer moment right there. Yeah, that was something. And I still remember Destiny 1 being a game where they purposely locked off the content on the disc, and you had to spend more money to get the actual complete game for things like the Taken King. I remember footage like that being in the trailers until it just wasn't there in the final game. It became DLC, but hey, it's okay. It was okay. Now things like that are just really common, which it's funny because DLCs like that aren't even as common as they used to be. In many instances, content like this just isn't even released for the game period anymore. In some cases, the games aren't even released at all. So it's crazy how far down we've come since then. But yeah, after all the anal probing and ass eating out and multiple dick penetration of Bungie's asshole from P. Diddy, J.D. Vance, and Activision, that's when they went independent again with a bleeding asshole. It's until they decided to go to Sony, and now here we are. $3.5 billion later. What an investment. They probably figured, man, Bungie is the best guys in the market. They really were well past their prime by the time they got bought out by Sony. We're gonna have so much money from all the live service games will get made through the power of Bungie's leadership. This is why Last of Us can't have multiplayer. It's not live service enough. It can't just be a fun, simple multiplayer mode. Get that shit out of here. What are you, fucking gay? No, what we need is a proper motherfucking live service. Where are the microtransactions? Where are the cosmetic skins? I don't see Beavis and Butthead as playable skins in The Last of Us multiplayer. Why even release it? How are we supposed to compete with Call of Duty's Beavis and Butthead skins if we can't even implement them in our game? Not only are we competing with Microsoft by going full third party, we're also competing with live service games, 100 of which all got canceled and will never be released. They're not going to be released. Concord 2 was meant to happen. Where's it now? It's in heaven with Splitgate 2. I can't play Battlefield 6's beta because of fucking secure boot. I'm trying to get that fixed. Fuck! Man, this is a bullshit. Point is, Bungie's been anally raped a lot. Of their own, well, actually, no. There wouldn't be consent then, so I take that back. They've consented getting anally fucked a lot. And, you know, we are where we're at now. That's just how I see it. They chose this path. They had no direction. Kind of like a girl in her mid-20s. Just absolutely no direction, period. Just absolutely just unsure of what to do. Do I want this guy? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. This is really confusing and hard for me. I just... Oh, man. Bungie is in such a precarious place. Nah, they've been asking me since Destiny 1. I'm just gonna keep it a buck here. Wait. Look, when it comes to the whole consent thing, there's Diddy, so I don't know. Diddy? Yeah, he did it. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself, so release the Epstein files. So, all in all, that's what I really gotta say when it comes to this video. I don't know what I'm saying with this video. And some will definitely say, yeah, you definitely don't know what you're saying. How could you make these rape jokes? I mean, you see who we got in office? So, yeah, look... South Park's been great. This video is just me rambling and talking shit. I'm having fun. Bungie sucks ass. They suck ass at this point. They're so trash. And they've just been dissolved into PlayStation. Oh man, this is bad. It's crazy, dude, because this is a studio that used to be one of the head honchos of the gaming industry, in my opinion. Throughout the 2000s, they were just that. They were that guy. They were the shit. They were the Alpha Sigma wolf male. And now they've become they're not even beta. They're Zelta. They're Delta. They're Zeta. They're nothing. They're not even a part of the alphabet anymore. They don't even exist. Google doesn't even own them. Get it? Because Google is alphabet? That's not funny. That's corny as shit. They used to be the cream of the crop, speaking of corny. And, well, now they're not. You finish the corn and there's a stem that you throw away. And that's just where we're at when it comes to Bungie at this point. I don't know. Bungie's in a really shit spot at this point. And it's not something they're going to recover from. They brought this upon themselves. Their leadership has been nothing but absolutely atrocious. They've ruined their reputation entirely. And it wouldn't even matter if they just didn't fuck up as much as they have. But they fucked up badly. Concord! Bungie didn't approve of Last of Us multiplayer. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to leave it at for today's video. Destiny 3, no. It'll just be the same thing as the first two games, so more of the same mediocrity. Well, I don't think Destiny 1 was bad. I never played Destiny 2. It's free on Steam. Maybe I'll just get really drunk and play it one night, Destiny 2, just to see how it is. That'd be a fun stream. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to see you for the next one. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe. Don't subscribe. Unsubscribe, please. It'll break my heart more than Mudahar losing subscribers will break his, you know? Muda cares a lot about subscribers, just like me. And, you guys are my family. Let's all have an incest night together. You know, Mudahar loves his subscribers like family. Like this video, dislike it. Do both, in fact. Get on one account, like it, dislike it on the other. Let's get this to 100 versus 100 with likes and dislikes. Yeah. Turn on the notifications if you do subscribe. I have a membership and an open Discord server. And that's going to be it for the video. I hate all of you, and I'll see you for the next one. Until then, I'm out. Later.